can also be seen as the most important topic of our era, particularly in a Western context where we have viewed ourselves as largely immune from the conflicts and turmoil that is experienced overseas. Recent events in the contemporary political climate have placed those types of assumptions into question. Peace, as a word, can carry diverse meanings in the minds of people. For most, the meaning of peace is the end of war. Yet, the truth of the matter is that wars are fought for both good and bad reasons. The African-American theologian and social reformer Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has famously written, quote, "True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice." And Dr. Singh's presentation, I think, alluded to this teaching, to this idea. The religion of Islam has placed great emphasis on the issue of justice. Peace is a byproduct of not only justice, but of a correct mentality. It stands against racism in the strongest terms. It calls for economic justice, the removal of oppression, a healthy and sober society in which the environment and natural resources are protected and not abused, wherein minorities are likewise not subjected to exploitation and abuse. It is when these conditions are addressed that peace will naturally follow. In our context, true peace is Americans. In our context, true peace would include things such as addressing the many issues of, for example, homelessness that we see on a regular basis in our society, in our area. Homelessness, addictions, social isolation, and a variety of other social ills. The Quran says, "And God invites towards the abode of peace. He guides to a straight path whom He wills." Admittedly, the ultimate abode of peace, or Dar es-Salam, the ultimate abode of peace is the next life. Because in this life, no matter how rich we are, how poor we are, how comfortable we are, this life will always have problems. As long as we are in this world will always have some problems of one form or another. But the best we can do, we do our best to bring forth what is beneficial to mankind generally. The Quran also says, "Inna Allaha ya'muru bil-'adli wal-ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba." It says, indeed, God orders justice and excellent conduct, giving to those closest to you. He forbids immorality, repugnant actions, and wickedness. He gives you admonition so that perhaps you will take heed. This is Quran chapter 16, verse 90. Now, this particular verse, it is an important verse, it's a very famous verse. It is important because it is really the core of this topic, of this overarching topic. It presents the foundations for authentic peace, be it within a person, or a society, or even between opposing sides. Justice. Al-'adl. Justice is the proper balancing within all situations. Excellent conduct. Al-ihsan. It denotes beautiful embellishments of peoples and places, of the body and the soul. The Quran, in the previous verse, it also says, "And give to those closest to you." Again, "and give to those closest to you." This is more than simply talking about charity that is necessary or important to give in charity. It denotes having an attitude of communal benefit, which captures the big picture of human needs or of social needs, not just individualistic or limited interests. Quite frankly, much of the impediments to peace, even the peace within the person's soul, is linked to the lack of true balances, a failure to engage in introspection, and the unavailability of a support system, of a good support system. Now, these impediments can be because of an individual trauma, but they can also emerge from structural injustice. These points cannot be ignored if we are serious in seeking peace, be it the peace within an individual or between different groups of humans in our world. There is a global trend today, heavily represented within political discourse, which obscures the realities which we have shared by resorting to scapegoating, xenophobia, and cause irrational behavior. We have to be strong enough and have enough education to resist that trend. And these are things that we can all do for ourselves, which includes activities such as attending sessions of this type, reading physical books, travel to diverse areas, and of course, spiritual efforts in a baseline moral foundation. And because my time is up, I will...
No, that was my mistake.
These are things that all of us can do for ourselves, which include activities such as attending sessions of this type, reading physical books, travel to diverse areas, and of course, spiritual efforts in the baseline moral foundation. We have the ability for growth, and we say that God has given us the ability for growth. We also say that if a proper mentality is instilled deep within us, through just some of the examples that we've cited earlier, peace will come to us as individuals. And if justice is truly the interest for those who wield power, peace on earth is actually attainable. Thank you.